Okay students, so welcome to the next lecture of your mole concept. In last lecture we were looking at numericals which involved combustion reaction. So I have given you 4 parts of a single question, in which first and fourth part was attempted by me, solved by me, and second and third part was given as a homework. Now let's take a look at the homework parts. Okay, so in first question of this homework, in which I have given 2.8 kg of C2H4 on complete combustion. So we had to find mass and volume of oxygen required and mass and volume of CO2 produced. So first step is to write a balanced combustion reaction. So let's take a look at this balancing. We have 2 carbon here and 1 carbon on right hand side, so we'll make it also 2 carbon. Hydrogen 4, 2 hydrogen, oxygen 2 to the 4 and 2 6, so 3. 6 by 3, 6 by 2, 3. Okay, now according to stoichiometry, we'll write according to stoichiometry. I am not writing that. What you should write in steps as we have mentioned in the last lecture. According to stoichiometry, 1 mole of C2H4 reacts with 3 mole of oxygen. Okay, 1 mole of C2H4 reacts with 3 mole of oxygen and produces 2 mole of CO2. Okay, we are only concerned with these 3 things, ki how much quantity of reactant is given, how much oxygen is required, and how much of CO2 will be produced. Now see, according to stoichiometry, this is according to stoichiometry. According to given quantity is 2.8 kg of C2H4. So 2.8 kg we can write as 2800 grams. If we'll convert it into grams, because to find number of moles, we need to divide this by molecular weight. So 28 gram, what is the molecular weight of C2H4? 12 to the 24 and 4, 28. So number of moles comes out to be 100 moles given in the question. According to question, we have 100 moles of C2H4. Now since 1 mole of C2H4 requires 3 mole of oxygen, so 100 mole of C2H4 will require 300 mole of oxygen. Got it? 300 moles of oxygen. And how many moles of CO2 will be produced? 100 moles requires, see, 1 mole requires 3 mole of oxygen and 2 mole of CO2 is produced. Similarly, 100 mole will require 300 mole of oxygen and 200 mole of CO2 will be produced. So we were concerned with only these things. Now what is the mass of oxygen required? 1 molecular weight. 1 mole of oxygen weighs 32 grams, so 300 will weigh 300 into 32. Simple multiplication. And volume, what we can say about volume? 1 mole of any gas, not just oxygen, CO2, NO2, SO2, any gas 1 mole weighs 22.4 liters. So 300 moles will weigh 22.4. Okay. Then next is, similarly goes for oxygen also, CO2 also. So 200 into molecular weight of CO2, 200 into 44 and 200 into 22.4. I hope you all were getting like this only, and your product is also correct. Next, let's see the next part. In next part we were provided with C3H8, combustion of C3H8. Let's balance the reaction. So combustion of C3H8, 3 carbon, and here we will also take 3, 8, 4, 3 to the 6 and 4, 10, so 5. The reaction is balanced. Are you having a focus of your reactions? Yes, I hope so. So reaction is balanced. So C3H8, now see, according to stoichiometry we have 1 mole C3H8 requires 5 mole of oxygen and 3 mole of CO2 is produced. Okay, so how many moles of C3H8 we have? Let's find it out. The N is equal to 10 liters divided by 22.4 liters. Okay, volume given upon 22.4 liters. So 10 liters, let's divide this. 250 times 212, again 25, 56. Let's assume it to be 25 and 55. So it will come out 5 by 11. 5 by 11 is 5 by 10, 0.5. Somewhat less than 0.5. Suppose we will get 0.44 or 0.45 moles. according to question given. See, 1 mole C3H8 requires 5 mole oxygen, so 0.44 moles will require 0.44 moles into 5. Okay, this much moles of oxygen will be required. I hope it is clear to you. Okay, then 3 mole of CO2. So 1 mole gives 3 mole of CO2. Similarly, 0.44 will give you 0.44 into 3 moles of CO2 will be produced. You can find the mass and whatever will be the moles, you have to multiply by that by 32 grams for mass, and for volume multiply by 22.4 liters. I hope. Similarly goes for the CO2 also. For CO2 you have to multiply by 44 grams for mass, and for volume you have to multiply by 22.4 liters. Okay, I hope it is clear now to you the homework questions. All 4 parts are be solved, and I hope you have done like exactly in the same manner. So let's take a look at a different question also. Now see, one more thing I would be discussing here, beta. Suppose if volume of H2O, mass and volume of H2O was also asked in all these 4 parts. Mass and volume of H2O. If that was also asked in all these 4 parts, so there is a slight trick for H2O. There is a situation for H2O is slightly different, because H2O is not a gas. First, let's see how many moles of H2O will be produced for this third case. For third case, see, 1 mole of C2H4 gives you 2 mole of H2O. So 100 moles will give you 200 moles of H2O. So 200 moles of H2O. We will have 200 moles of H2O for this third reaction. So 200 moles of H2O will weigh, 1 mole of H2O weighs 18 gram, 16 for oxygen and 2 for hydrogen. So 200 moles will weigh 200 into 18 grams. Okay, let's see, 8 0 0, 8 to the 16, then 1 0 0 and 2 0 0 6 and 3600 grams. 200 moles of H2O means 3600 grams. Now what will be the volume of these 200 moles? So for volume, see, you can say 1 mole will weigh 22.4 liters, but that's not the case for H2O, because H2O is not a gas here. Okay, you should remember this. H2O is not a gas. It is released in form of water vapors only, or water simple H2O, until unless it is mentioned in the question that reaction temperature of the reaction is greater 100 degrees Celsius or greater than 100 degrees Celsius. Only then this H2O will be considered as gas. Else H2O will be considered as liquid, and for liquid that gaseous volume law does not apply. It only applies to gases. So for gases that will be only, for gases 22.4 liter concept will not be applicable. So we have mass of 200 moles of H2O is 3600 ml. So for H2O volume of 200 moles of H2O, what we'll need, we should be knowing density, beta. So density of H2O, as previously also, is equal to 1 gram per ml. Means कि 1 ml drop of H2O weighs 1 gram. So 1 gram of H2O, volume of 1 gram of H2O will be 1 ml. This is 1 drop of H2O. So if its weight is 1 gram, then its volume will be 1 ml. This is the definition of density. So here we have 3600 gram. So volume of 200 moles will be of H2O will be 3600 ml only. So for H2O, until unless it is mentioned especially in the question that it is in form of vapors, or the reaction is occurring at temperature 100 or greater than 100 degrees Celsius, we have to consider this concept for H2O. I hope you are getting it, what I am trying to say. Okay, we'll see for another this concept for fourth question also. See, for fourth equation, which marker should I use so you could get a different thing? The green one will do, I hope. So for fourth, see, 1 mole will give you 4 mole of H2O. We have 0.44 moles given in the question. So 0.44 into 4, 4 4s are 16, 4 4s are 16, 1 17. Okay, So 1.76 moles of H2O we have. 1.76 moles of H2O, mass will be 1.76 into 18, I guess. Okay. So whatever will be the mass in grams, that will 1 gram is equal to 1 ml in case of H2O. So whatever will be the grams of 1.78 moles of H2O, that much ml will be the volume of H2O, until unless it is not mentioned that H2O is converted in form of water vapors. So I hope this concept is clear regarding H2O, regarding finding mass and volume of H2O. Okay? Until unless it is not mentioned that reaction is occurring at 100 degrees Celsius, only because at 100 degrees Celsius only water converts into vapor or gaseous state. Then only it will come under the law of gaseous volume, that is 22.4 liters. 1 mole volume will be 22.4 liters. So I hope this is clear regarding volume of H2O. In this question it was not asked, but suppose if it was asked, then you have to do it in this way. Okay. Now let's take a look at another question. Another question says that calculate volume of air required for complete combustion of 10 liter of C3H4. So here we have hydrocarbon C3H4, of which 10 liter is given in the question, and it is saying calculate volume of air required, not oxygen. It is asking calculate volume of air required, and it is specifically mentioned that atmospheric air contains 20% of oxygen. So these are the options given below: 40 liters, 80 liters, 120 liters, or 200 liters. Okay, so atmospheric air contains 20% of oxygen. We will use this information later. First, see what is the first step. First step is to write the combustion reaction. Which hydrocarbon we have? C3H4. So we have C3H4. Combustion means reaction with oxygen will give you CO2 plus H2O. Okay, CO2 plus H2O. Okay, so in next step, what we have to do, we have to balance this reaction. How we'll balance? Here we have 3 times carbon, so we'll make it 3 times on right hand side also. Hydrogen is 4 times, make it 4 times 2, 3 to the 6 and 2 8, 4 times of oxygen. Okay, now let's see, according to stoichiometry or law of gaseous volume, we can apply. Let's see, according to stoichiometry, we have 1 mole of C3H4 requires 4 mole of oxygen. 1 mole of C3H4 requires 4 mole of oxygen. So as these all are gases except water, all are gases, we can use this same ratio of moles in terms of volume also. Whatever will be the ratio of moles for gases, we have studied this in law of gaseous volume and Avogadro's law, that whatever will be the ratio of moles will be same, will be the ratio of volume. So we can say, we can also say that 1 liter or 1 volume of C3H4 requires 4 volume of oxygen, or 1 liter of C3H4 requires 4 liter of oxygen, or 10 liters of C3H4 will require 40 liters of oxygen. I hope it is clear. 40 liters of oxygen. Okay, so we are concerned with this, according to quantity given in the question. 40 liters of oxygen is required. Now how much quantity of air we need to supply 40 liters of oxygen? So a hint is given in the question that atmospheric air contains 20% oxygen. So wherever the percentage comes, the maximum quantity is 100 liters. Suppose we have 100 liter of air. 100 liter of air. So it will contain 20 liter oxygen as given in the question, and it is a naturally we have exactly 78% of nitrogen in this air and 21% of oxygen in it, and 1% is other gases, CO2, COH2 and inert gases. So suppose for easy calculation he has mentioned 20 liters. So 100 liter of air will contain 20 liter of oxygen. So obviously we need air for 40 liters of oxygen. So obviously it will be how much? 100 liter contains 20 liter of oxygen. So for 40 liters, air should be 200 liters. I hope it is very clear. So the answer will be 200 liters of oxygen. Okay, let's solve it numerically also, mathematically also, because here it was a very easy number it was given. So we have just doubled the quantity of whatever is mentioned, and we have doubled it 40 liters. So air is also 200 liters. Suppose we are given a random number like 17 liters of oxygen or 56 liters of oxygen. So how to find that? Or let's first calculate for this mathematically. So see, mathematically, again we'll take this relation that for 20 liters of oxygen, we require 100 liters of air. Okay, so if we require 1 liter of oxygen, 1 liter of oxygen, we need to take 100 by 20. That means for 1 liter of oxygen, you require 5 liters of air. 5 liters of air. So we need to require 40 liters of oxygen. 40 liters oxygen के लिए we need 5 into 40, that is 200 liters of air. So I hope it is also clear. Okay, mathematically. So for 56 liters of oxygen, we will have 5 into 56, or you can write 100 upon 20 into 56. I hope it is clear. 17 liters of oxygen, 17 into 5. Okay, so I hope this question is very much pretty clear to everybody. Let's take a look at the next question. Rest of you can note it down. Calculate the mass of oxygen required at STP during the combustion of C2H6 if volume of H2O formed is 1. Let me take my markers. Blue, and okay. Calculate the mass of oxygen required at STP during the combustion of C2H6 if volume of H2O formed is 180 ml. Okay, let's take a look at this. See, reaction C2H6 combustion. So C2H6 plus oxygen combustion, product obviously is CO2 and H2O. Let's balance this. We have 2 times carbon here. Let's make it 2 times on right hand side as well. 6 hydrogen, make it 6 hydrogen, 2 to the 4 and 3, 7. So oxygen will be 7 by 2. Okay, we have to find mass of oxygen required when H2O formed. See, H2O formed is given in the question. It is 180 ml. Now whatever is given in the question in terms of stoichiometry, we have to convert it in terms of moles. So 180 ml will be 180 grams. Is it clear to everybody? Why? See, it is given density of H2O, that is 1 drop of H2O which weighs 1 gram, its volume will be 1 ml, or 1 ml drop of H2O will weigh 1 gram. Similarly, 180 ml will weigh 180 grams. So number of moles given are 180 divided by 18, that is we have 10 moles of H2O are produced. 10 moles of H2O are produced according to quantity given in the question. And what is the ratio according to stoichiometry? See, according to stoichiometry, 1 mole of C2H6 requires 3.5 moles of oxygen and 3 moles of H2O is produced. 3 moles of H2O is produced. Okay. According to the given question, we have 10 moles of H2O. So 10 moles of H2O means how many moles of oxygen will be required? 3.5 moles of oxygen are used, then we have 3 moles of H2O for 10 moles. Let's find it out. Let us solve this. So see, 3 moles of H2O are produced when oxygen requirement is 3.5 moles. So for 1 mole H2O, what it will be? 1 mole H2O will be 1 mole H2O, 3.5 by 3. We have to find for 10 moles, 10 mole H2O. So 10 mole, whatever is the 1 multiplied by that many times. So 3.5 by 10 into 3. This is, sorry, 3.5 by 3 into 10. So 35 by 3. 35 by 3 will be, see, if it had been 36, so it would be 12. So answer will be somewhat less than 12. Let's see how much less than 12. So 3 ones are 3 and 3 ones are 3. Let's divide it. See, 3 ones are 3, 0, 5, 3 ones are 3 again, 2, so 6, 11.6 moles. Okay, so 11.6 moles will be required of oxygen. So what will be the mass of oxygen? See, 11.6 moles of oxygen will be required, okay, will be required for production of 10 mole of H2O. So you have to tell the mass of 11.6 moles of oxygen. Okay, so 1 mole of oxygen weighs 32 grams. So 11.6 mole will weigh 32 into 11.6. Multiply everybody, 1 zeros are 2, 3, then again, sorry, 1 zeros are 1 twos are and 1 3. Okay, so 0 2 11 3 1 4 5 2 7 3 7 1. 371.20 grams is your final answer. I hope everybody is getting this. Okay, I hope you are understanding. So whatever is given in the question, first we have to convert that in terms of moles, then we have to check it according to stoichiometry. See, we need to find oxygen required when 10 moles of hydrogen is H2O is being produced. So when 3.5 moles of oxygen was used, we were getting 3 moles of H2O. Now for 10 moles of H2O, how many moles of oxygen will be required? That we have to find. So 3 moles of H2O was being produced when 3.5 moles of oxygen was utilized. So for 1 mole of H2O production, it will be 3.5 by 3. So similarly for 10 moles of H2O, it will be 3.5 by 3 into 10. That is 11.6 moles of oxygen will be required. So what is the mass of 11.6 grams? What will be the mass of 11.6 moles of? That you have to multiply by its molecular weight, that is 32, and you will get that many grams. So I hope it is also clear, this question. Let's take a look at another one. Another question says that calculate the mass of aluminium required to react with 112 liters of oxygen. 112 liters of oxygen. So we have to calculate the mass of aluminium which is required to react with 112 liters of oxygen. So let's write the quantity of oxygen. 112 liters is already given for this. So let's balance the reaction first of all. Mass of aluminium. When aluminium reacts with oxygen, this equation will not be given in the question. We should know the aluminium, when it reacts with oxygen, it forms its respective oxide, that is aluminium oxide. Okay. Now since the valency, see how it is formed. Aluminium has a valency of +3, oxygen has a valency of -2. We'll cross multiply this and we'll get Al2O3. Okay, I hope this is clear. This all we have already seen in junior standards. Okay, now see, let's balance this reaction. So here we have 2 aluminium, make this 2 aluminium and 3 oxygen, and we have 2. So let's make it 3 only. So we will divide it by 3 by 2. 1.5 into 2 is 3. So reaction is balanced. Now according to stoichiometry, see what is according to stoichiometry? According to stoichiometry, it says 2 moles of aluminium reacts with 3.2 moles of oxygen. We are only concerned with these two. So we are only concerned with these two things. है ना, aluminium, and we are not concerned and nobody is asking you about the product. You are only concerned like 112 liters of oxygen, how much mass of aluminium will be formed. So we are only focused on a stoichiometric coefficient of aluminium and oxygen. Now see, 2 mole of aluminium requires 3 by 2 mole of oxygen. Now whatever is given in the question, we need to convert that into moles. Stoichiometry is whatever is given in the question, we need to convert that into moles. So 112 liters divided by 112 liters, how will convert this in moles? So 112 liters divided by 22.4 liters. Okay, this will give you number of moles. So let's remove this decimal 0. Okay, 112 this 10 times and this 2 times, then it is 5 moles. 112 liters means 5 moles of any gas, because for any gas we will divide it by 22.4. so here we have 5 moles of oxygen. So we need to find for 5 moles of oxygen how many moles of aluminium are required. So I'll solve it here. Now see, which pen to use, I'm confused about that. See, 3 by 2 moles of oxygen requires 2 moles of aluminium. So 1 mole of oxygen, it will require 2. This will go here in division, so it will become 2 by 3, that is 4 by 3 moles of aluminium. So 1 mole of oxygen requires basically 4 by 3 moles of aluminium. So 5 mole of oxygen, 5 mole of oxygen will require 4 by 3 into 5, that is basically 20 by 3 moles of aluminium. So we have 23 by moles of aluminium will be required. 20 by 3 moles of aluminium will be required for reacting with 5 moles of oxygen. So what is the mass of 20 by 3 moles of aluminium? So mass of 20 by 3 moles of aluminium will be 20 by 3 into 27. That is moles into molecular weight will give you weight. Weight upon molecular weight gives us moles. We have seen this formula. So moles upon molecular weight or atomic weight. So 3 9s are, so here we get 20 into 9 is 180 grams. Okay, so 180 gram worth of aluminium will be used for reacting with 112 liters of oxygen. This is in terms of values, or in terms of moles we can say 5 mole of oxygen requires 20 by 3 moles of aluminium. 20 by 3 moles means 180 grams and 5 mole oxygen means 112 liters. Okay, I hope this you are clear with this. Then we'll see the next question if you are clear with this. Next question says, during decomposition of KClO3, again equation will not be given, you should know. So decomposition of KClO3 means breakdown. Decomposition means breakdown. So KClO3 when heated breaks down into KCl plus oxygen. Let's see the balancing. Is it balanced? KCl is balanced, but oxygen is not balanced. Here we have 3 oxygen and here we have 2. So what we'll do, we'll multiply it by 3 by 2. 2 and 2 will get cancelled. We have 3 oxygen. Now the reaction is completely balanced. So what are we concerned with? KClO3 and oxygen. So we are only concerned with KClO3 and oxygen we are concerned. So let's, according to stoichiometry, first we'll write according to stoichiometry, 1 mole KClO3 gives 3 by 2 mole of oxygen. Okay, and what we have given already provided in the question, we are already provided with 5.6 liters of oxygen. Now what will be the mole of 5.6 liters of oxygen, that we have to find. So 5.6 divided by 22.4 will give you moles, volume given upon gaseous molar volume. So this comes out to be, I guess, 1 by 4 moles. So this comes out to be 1 by 4 moles. KClO3 requires 3 by 2 mole of oxygen. So 1 mole of oxygen, see, 1 mole of oxygen will require how many moles of KClO3? We'll keep 1 mole here and bring 3 by 2 here. 1 upon 3 by 2 will give you 1 upon 3 by 2 will give you 2 by 3 moles of KClO3. So 1 mole of oxygen requires 2 by 3 moles of oxygen. So 1 by 4 moles of oxygen, 1 by 4 moles of oxygen will require 2 by 3 moles into 1 by 4 moles. So this becomes 2 by 12, that is 1 by 6 moles of KClO3. So whatever is the quantity, that is 5.6 liters of oxygen is given, that corresponds to 1 by 4 moles of oxygen, and 1 by 4 moles of oxygen will require 1 by 6 moles of KClO3. Now what is the mass of 1 by 6 moles of KClO3? For that we should know what is mass of 1 mole of KClO3. So let's find out what is the mass of 1 mole of KClO3. So see, potassium is 39, chlorine is 35.5 and O3 is 48. Adding all these will give you molecular weight of KClO3, which corresponds to 1 mole of KClO3. So 9, 8, 17 and 5, it is 22, 3, 2, 5, 3, 8 and 4, 12. So 1 mole of KClO3 weighs 122.5 grams. That is 1 mole of KClO3 weighs 122.5 grams. So 1 by 6 mole of KClO3 will weigh 1 by 6 into 122.5. Okay, now let's solve it. 1 by 6 into 122.5, let's solve this. Okay, this becomes 0. Now cancel it by 5. First we'll count, this will go 12 5s are 60 and 5 2s are 10, 5 4s are 20, and again we are left with 5, so 245 by 12. Again this is divisible by 12 and 245. Let's see if it is divisible by 3, so we'll add 5 4 9 and 2 11. No, it's not. Let's make a small adjustment. We'll make it 246 6 4. Now it is divisible by 3, so 3 4s are 12 and 3 8s are 24 and 82. Then 4, no, it is divisible by 2 and 41, so 2 upon 41 will come out to be 20.5 grams of KClO3 is required. Okay, I hope everybody will be getting the same answer. So 20.5 grams of KClO3 is required. Okay, so I hope both of these questions are clear to you. And you should practice more from your reference books, and later on we'll see more such questions. We'll continue with these types of more questions, and then we'll start with limiting reagent. Okay, and thank you.